Hi there. Indian professionals have this one misconception about US accounting and bookkeeping that they need fancy degrees like CPA or years and years of experience to actually serve US clients. But the reality is, US clients don't care about all that. They only care if you can deliver the work on time, give proper explanations, and work with logic. If the work is delivered, your educational background becomes irrelevant. So, how do you show these clients that you can do the work for them? Even if they don't require fancy degrees or years of experience, they still need some sort of a proof that you can do the work, right? They still need confidence that someone who's sitting thousands of miles away, can do the job. This confidence comes from your portfolio. And in today's video, this is exactly what you and I are going to be discussing, which is how you can build a portfolio for US clients without having any prior US experience. Let's get started. So, a portfolio shows the client three things. Number one, it shows you understand how US accounting work is actually done. Number two, you can handle real data like bank statements, invoices, bills, etc., and make them work. Number three, your work's quality is such that it can be reviewed and relied upon without having to redo the whole thing. Now, you might be wondering, how do I build my portfolio for US clients when I don't have US experience? That's exactly what we're discussing now. When you're talking about building a credible portfolio for US clients, you're talking less about experience and more about how you understand their needs and pain points and the work you can deliver for them. So, in your portfolio, you take up sample assignments and show the US client that, hey, I probably might not have actual experience in the US, but should a US assignment come to me, this is how I'll deal with it. So the portfolio you make shifts the conversation from whether or not you have US experience to how you can actually handle US work when it comes to you. Now, why do we say that you don't require any fancy degrees like CPA to do US accounting work? That's because most US bookkeeping and accounting support work does not require you to have a CPA. Indian professionals already have the required knowledge to make it work. For example, you know how to work with reconciliation, controls, and documentation. You can handle complex compliance environments. You know how to use tools like Excel, QuickBooks, Xero. So you're already primed and prepped for the US work. And like I said before, the bottom line is that US clients do not expect you to have worked in the US before. They just expect you to show that you understand the context and can deliver work on time. Now, as a fresher, if you want to build a portfolio for the US market, here are 5 sample assignments you can get started with. Number one, we have the monthly bookkeeping and cleanups that you can do for a US business. You can help the US businesses with basic bookkeeping and cleaning up their accounts every month. And this is a very high in demand task as well. If you reach out to a US business and tell them that you will be able to reconcile their bank statement and credit card statement, or classify their income and expenses correctly, and make sure that the books of accounts they maintain reflect the actual financial position of the business, you're already taking a huge chunk of work off their plates. Now, why would the clients want this from you? The thing is, when these basic works are not done on a monthly basis, it piles up at the end of the month, especially when tax season rolls around, and they're unable to have a clean financial record to show, because of which their compliance risk increases and tax filing gets delayed. They don't want that. So, what do you do over here? You reach out to a US business and you let them know that you can help them with basic accounting and cleaning up their books of accounts. And you also let them know that by doing this on a monthly basis, when the year end tax season comes, they don't have to worry about CPAs returning their books of accounts because it's not clear. They don't have to worry about late filing of tax and other things, which is something every business in the US needs, and you can be the person that's doing this for them. Next up, we have setting up multi currency frameworks and recording transactions in foreign currency. So, if you know that most of the businesses in the US, more than 50% of businesses in the US enter into cross border transactions. So, they'll have vendors, suppliers, or any other transactee in a different country that's not the US. When you're transacting with these foreign transactees, by default, they record all the transactions in USD, which will lead to so many issues later. They first have to convert each and every transaction to the foreign currency, apply conversion rate, see if there are any mistakes, follow a separate sheet for the conversion process. All that's too much work. But what if you can step in and tell them that, hey, I know how to record these transactions in these foreign currencies, not just one foreign currency. I can record transactions in any number of foreign currencies that you want using the accounting software that you already have. You don't have to do anything excess. How beneficial would that be for the business, right? And the best part is, most professionals don't know that such a setup exists in softwares like QuickBooks, Xero, Zoho Books, and stuff like that. So when you tell clients that you know how to do this, it becomes your differentiator factor. Next up, you can help them prepare CPA ready books of accounts. I'll tell you what this is. The tax season in the US is coming up. These are the tax deadlines. Mid March is for S corps, mid April is for individuals and C corps, and the other quarterly payroll and estimated taxes happens in between. The problem is when these businesses send their books of accounts that's either not properly cleaned up or not properly maintained, the CPA doesn't audit them or file taxes. So the US businesses need help with making books of accounts that are tax season appropriate as well. So if you reach out to a US business and let them know that you can solve all of these for them and make books of accounts that's worthy enough to be sent to the CPA, they are going to be thrilled. This service is especially sought after by e-commerce companies having sales in marketplaces like Amazon, Shopify, and stuff like that. You can get their settlement reports from these marketplaces, reconcile it with their books of accounts, and ultimately help them file their taxes on time. Next up, we have accounts receivable and cash flow review. You essentially do three things here. Number one, you keep a track of the invoices that are there, the ones that have been paid, the ones that are outstanding, the ones that are yet to be made, etc., etc. Number two, you keep reviewing accounts receivable. And third, you keep analyzing the inflow and outflow of cash and simultaneously identify the risks that your company might face because of this and the potential shortfalls. Now, see what happens when you reach out to a US business and tell them that you will be able to find out where their cash is getting stuck, which customers are paying on time, and insights as to whether they can meet their financial obligations with their bank balances only. That's going to blow their mind. But if this is not done properly, your business owner will not know which customers are not paying, which leads to delayed payments and poor collection from your clients. And honestly speaking, nobody wants that. And the fifth assignment I have for you is about sales tax. Sales tax data preparation for multi state e commerce. Let me start by telling you this. One of the most biggest mistakes e-commerce businesses in the US do is they either underreport their sales tax or overreport their sales tax. Now, why does this happen? Number one, they don't collate their sales data properly. It's very fragmented. Because of which, number two, their tax figures don't reconcile. And ultimately, they end up over-reporting or under-reporting their sales tax. But if you reach out to a US business and tell them that you will be able to organize sales and tax data across different states that they function in, separate the taxable and non-taxable sales, and summarize which tax was collected by the marketplace itself or by the seller to whom they are selling, it's going to be of great help for all these e-commerce businesses. And when you do this segmentation for this business, it helps them because they forward the same thing to their CPAs, and the CPAs file their tax based off of this without having to do the whole segmentation process again. But if this is not done, your client, number one, has no documentation, so the whole process is delayed. Ultimately, your filings gets delayed. Number two, their CPA fees skyrockets because the CPA has to do everything from sourcing the data to segmenting it and then filing the tax. Number three, your compliance risk increases. When you don't have proper documentation for sales and tax, obviously you are under compliance risk. And number four, you can't explain the lack of documentation and information in audits or state level reviews. If you are ready to start building your portfolio, we have a sample assignment you can go through. So this assignment has a sample US company with its profile. So the company's name is Brightpath Commerce LLC. It's a Delaware registered e-commerce company that requires some services from your end. You can go through the profile of the company, and we've got 5 assignments based on the 5 services that we just discussed. So starting off with monthly bookkeeping and cleanup, then we've got setting up multi-currency and recording foreign currency transactions, CPA ready books of accounts, cash flow review, and sales tax data preparation. You can perform these assignments, record yourself, perform these assignments, and post them on your LinkedIn. But the main idea is to present it in a final portfolio, right? You can either make a portfolio on softwares like Notion, which lets you make portfolios for free, and you have to include these things in your assignment. You give the business context, the scope of work that you're doing, the outputs you've gotten, and what your key judgment points are. How could the business be more compliant or more regular when it comes to maintaining their books of accounts? All those can be mentioned in your key judgment points. The PDF will be provided to you. You can obviously go through that. Once you're done with the first step, which is completing your assignments, you can upload the work that you did on LinkedIn. You can upload the outputs that you've produced, as well as you can record a screen shared video of yourself doing it, and you can upload that on LinkedIn. Once you're done with step 1 and step 2, you can get to preparing your portfolio either using softwares like Notion, or you can make a one-page PDF of everything you've done and send it across to the clients you pitch to. Now, how do you reach out to clients? You can use tools like Apollo. Apollo is this free tool that lets you find the email IDs and LinkedIn's of anyone from any job title of your choice from any company in any part of the world. um, I'm going to show you how you can find an e-commerce company right now. To access Apollo, you just have to go to Google and type Apollo IO. And the first link that pops up, that's the one for you. You use your email and sign up with Apollo. And this is what Apollo's homepage looks like. Now, let's say you're targeting business owners in the US that have an e-commerce company. You just have to go to the people section. Now, here, I want you to choose 4 filters. The first filter is the job title filter. Here, you're looking for CEOs and co-founders. So, write CEO. And look at that. We've got a bunch of different options. Then the second filter I want you to use is the location filter. We select USA. All right. Then the third filter I want you to use is the employees filter. This tells you how many employees are there in the company, and just go for companies with 1 to 50 employees, because these are smaller companies that require all the help that they can get. So I'm just going to choose the first 3 options. Then the final filter you have to choose is the industry filter, which is going to be our e-commerce. E-commerce. Now, Apollo will give us a list of CEOs and co-founders that have company in the US, which is in the e-commerce sector, with 1 to 50 employees in them. We've got about 46,000 leads you can reach out to, by the way. But with a free account in Apollo, you can reach out to 10 leads per day. Reaching out to 10 people in a day is more than enough. Now, let's say you want to reach out to Roger Raman, John Delgani, Ayan Malik, and Amy Weiss. Now I've selected 5 people I can reach out to. All I have to do is choose the people I want to reach out to and click on export. Apollo will find their email IDs, LinkedIn's, contact details, and it will make a CSV file for me. Just click on save, and I will get a ready to use CSV file in the next 1 minute. See, my contacts are already added, and I can just simply download it from here. And my leads are ready. See, we have Amy Weiss, who is the CEO of Amazing At Home E-commerce Consulting. The company's name for emails is At Home E-commerce Consulting. The CEO's email is given here. It says the emails are verified. The personal LinkedIn of these CEOs, the company's website, the company's LinkedIn, company's Facebook, Twitter, city, state, etc., etc. We also have the phone number as well if you want to give them a call. Now, let's say we are reaching out to Amy. Just copy Amy's LinkedIn, going back to Google, pasting this link. Would you look at that? We've got Amy's LinkedIn. And if you want to reach out to her, all you have to do is click on more, click on connect, add a note, and you can send them a message over here. Now, what exactly can you send CEO? I have a message as well for you. See, you can write, "Hi Amy, I'm Roshan Mariam, an Indian accounting and bookkeeping professional reaching out to you as January to April is the most stressful period for US e-commerce businesses, and 2026 tax deadlines are closer than they appear. In practice, what I'm seeing across e-commerce businesses is not lack of sales, but a lack of clean books. US CPAs are already stretched, they're refusing new clients, and this is where I come to support you. I can help you do all these 5 points you see over here, you can mention. And this is not complex advisory work, but it's just time sensitive and critical right now because the tax season is around the corner. And if your books are not fully reconciled yet, this is the window to fix them. I'll be happy to take a quick look and tell you where you can work around. Would you want to jump on a quick call? This is how structured your message has to be. Now, do you see this? You're not asking for a job. You're just letting them know that, hey, I know you as an e commerce company will face this problem and I have the solution for it. So let's collaborate and work together. When you structure your outreach this way, you come across as a problem solver for businesses. And trust me when I say this, business owners love nothing more than a problem solver, than people who can take things like this off their plate and give them more time to focus on their business. These are just 5 assignments you can get started with. There is so much more you can do and make your entry point in the US market easy. I hope you like this one and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.